Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All Fart, No Poop. And this is episode number 8 that you are listening to. I'm joined with, as usual, co-host Nick Wilson.
Your boy, Nicky Wills, Lil Nicky Wills in the house.
Lil Nicky Wills in the house, and your boy, Lil Stewie in the house. Look, usually we start these by saying some fucking dumb, stupid shit and one off each other, but that didn't quite feel right. We didn't really know how to approach this, but we thought we'd have to say something. So we're just going to kick the show off by saying that we are in solidarity with everything that's going on in the world, I guess, at the moment. Black Lives Matter is at a peak around the world after an innocent man was murdered by police in America. So fuck the police. And we were showing our support for everything that's going on there. And also, we're two white guys in London.
We're two very, very white guys in London, yeah.
Two incredibly white people. So, it's always difficult to know how to approach these topics. But, it would be wrong to stay silent on this because there's some seriously fucking outrageous shit going on. And it has been going on for a while. And it continues to go on. And nothing's going to fucking change unless people start doing something about it. So it was in that regard, I thought we could share some places to put your money because that's the best way to do anything, I think, is donate. So I donated this week to the Minnesota Freedom Fund. I know you donated as well.
I donated to Minnesota Freedom Fund and also the Black Vision Collective. Black Visions Collective. Yeah, the Minnesota Freedom Fund is there's a whole bunch of them for different states, but Minnesota, obviously, that's where all of this has kind of stemmed from this time. But that's basically donating towards helping pay bail on people of color that have been definitely wrongly.
Wrongly. It's anyone that's been arrested during a protest, it's bailing them out because if you haven't noticed, the police are doing some fucking horrendous stuff at the moment in America, and they need any help they can get. So yeah, those are the ones we've donated to. But there are also I've got a little list. I wrote Reclaim the Block. There's a UK Black Lives Matter Fund, George Floyd's Memorial Fund, the Black Curriculum, which is another one over here in the UK. That's UK based, and that's just about getting the UK's colonial history and racism taught in schools. Louisville Community Bail Fund, Black Visions Collective, like you said, and the National Bail Fund Network, amongst many. There's loads. Do your research, put your money where your mouth is, and do something about it.
I think that's the main thing. It's speaking up about it. Obviously, Black Lives Matter, and it's as white people, as a white person, all we can do is educate ourselves, understand the privilege that we are living in, and how we can further progress as a society and eventually just wipe out racism and all the problems that come with the bad race relations that have kind of filled every Western society. Basically, it's shit.
Pretty much.
It shouldn't be like
that. It continues to go on, and I've seen a lot of people getting defensive about things. It's easy as a white person to get defensive and think, "Well, I'm not racist," but it's deeper than that. It's more than that. It's not necessarily you being an actively, consciously racist, but it is you being a part of a objectively, systemically racist system.
Yeah, we're born into a society that is you cannot argue it is a racist system. As you said, even though it's not, a lot of people, myself included, yourself included, would definitely say, we're not explicitly racist people, but by being in a racist society and, turning a blind eye to certain things or living in a certain way, we are all part of the problem. So it's about looking inwards instead of outwards and learning what we're doing wrong.
And also quickly, we need to move on to the actual episode. But I also just wanted to say, I've seen a lot of people that are like, well, I am for it, but I'm not for violence and I'm not for this. As a white person, all I think is who the fuck are we to police how people should and shouldn't express their anger? Yeah. The anger that they've been feeling for hundreds of years and fucking anger at this happening time and time again. Not going to sit here and tell anyone how to do anything. Just going to give them our support. And
we're behind you. We're behind anyone who's protesting and anyone who's pushing forward and making their voice heard. Yeah.
So right now that's out the way because we could talk we could talk about it for a while, but we're not going to. We need to get on with the rest of the show because we're going to get on as usual for the rest of the show because it's only right to have a laugh, give people a bit of a break, I suppose, if they're feeling a bit stressed at the moment. And in that respect, I was going to say, how's your week? Probably not that fun.
Yeah,
it's not a fun time in the world at the moment.
No,
so
not really. I think it's all going to shit. So
should we? Yeah, exactly. So we won't go into details.
Let's not dabble. Let's get straight into the silly shit that we're going to be talking about.
Exactly. Last week we spoke about Ultimate Movie Bromances. It's a cracking episode. If you haven't listened to that and you missed it for whatever reason, go back and listen.
Yeah, very important question. What are the best film and TV bromances? And I think we answered some pretty good stuff.
Although I realised I missed a big one, and I don't want to reopen the wounds of last week's episode any longer than we need to, but I forgot to say about Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze in Point Break.
Yeah, which I'm shocked about because
I will never let myself live that down because say it with me, one of the greatest films of all time.
Yeah, I've never known anyone love that film as much as you do, so I'm pretty shocked actually, mate, that was left off the list.
Look,
so.
I'm shocked by myself. All we can do is live and learn from that. I should have mentioned it, and I didn't.
Never speak of it again.
And for that reason, I'm wrong. But this week, it's not another suggested topic, although there were many from our lovely viewers. I don't know how to get around it. It's aliens.
We're doing aliens today.
We're doing aliens.
We have got some aliens in the studio.
Bring them on.
The studio that doesn't exist, and they're just going to come in. We're going to do them. We're going to do them right here.
We're going to do them real fucking hard. We're going to.
Oh my god.
No, but you know what made me think about aliens is that I can't. To be honest, I should have and could have done research on this, but I just vaguely remember a couple of weeks ago, didn't the Pentagon in the US were like, here's some videos of UFOs. We don't know what these are, so I guess the internet should have them.
Yeah, to preface this episode and our stories we're going to find, we're going to tackle some alien abduction stories. But yeah, I do want to say I didn't do any proper research into what you just said, but I do remember I did a tiny bit of reading a couple articles when it came out. I think it was last month. It might have been a couple months.
I think it was about a month ago, wasn't it?
And yeah, basically the Pentagon was like, here's loads of previously classified files that you can have, and mate, they are mental.
And the internet
internet went mental, but also because it literally is the whole point of them. And again, I didn't do too much research. I didn't see sort of loads of specific cases, but the whole point of them in general are that they are just unexplained.
Yeah, so it's so strange, isn't it? Yeah,
they can't. So it's pretty mental, mate.
I guess that before we get into, so we've found various different alien abduction stories that we're going to go through in a similar vein to previous weeks with ghost stories and paranormal stuff and that. But I guess we should preface this in do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I think we figure that out first, and then we can see whether our opinions are changed by any of these stories. I'm going to just straight up gut there first. I don't believe in aliens.
Okay.
In the sense of aliens, like film aliens, like abduction aliens.
Yeah, like human-looking aliens.
Yeah, I don't believe that there's been alien contact or abductions or anything. I do believe that there probably are, quote unquote aliens in existence in the universe, because isn't it statistically there is other life out there.
Yeah.
But I don't buy into any of the crazy shit, basically.
Yeah. So you didn't think Signs was a documentary, mate?
I got to be honest, mate. No, I didn't. I did not think Signs was a documentary. I thought it was a boring film that was overhyped.
Yeah, agreed. That's a hot take, but it's the right take.
It's the right take. I don't understand why everyone loves that film.
Exactly. But no, I was going to say, I thought we were going to disagree there in that you were like, I don't believe in aliens, and I also don't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, no, because technically, yes, I believe that there is objectively life. This is not just us in the universe.
But we haven't found a lot yet.
Yeah. But also, who knows what form that'll take. So when people say they believe in aliens or they don't, usually they're saying I believe in, like you said, this kind of normalized idea of aliens from films and TV. It's exactly. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
This weird glowing blob emerging from the trees, Mr. Burns style. I don't believe
Oh,
that.
what an episode of The
I
Simpsons,
mean, look,
by the
there's
way.
a chance. There's a chance that the the alien life forms out there do look like us and
Yeah.
have developed walking tendencies. But it could also just be like a fucking fuzzy blob that doesn't speak or move.
Yeah, I think
it's living.
I don't think it's going to be as exciting as any of the, I don't know, stories that have been told are kind of making out. And also the
Exactly,
main, I'll give
exactly.
my number one main reason why I don't believe in it in that to that degree is that there's just the one thing that comes up in every single story or
Yeah.
like case is that there is no evidence. There's no
Exactly, this is it.
physical
It's the-
evidence of the things they've seen. It's just
It's
eyewitnesses.
and that's it. It's similar to the paranormal stuff. It's the unknown, and I think a lot of
Yeah.
the time it's easy to make assumptions that leap beyond. I would say, like, there's sort of rational thinking, and then there's like, well, it was an alien, and it's like
Yeah,
I don't
it's like,
really feel like a lot of them exhaust all the
It's
rational
similar
options
to
before it.
it's similar to ghost stories where it's like
Similar in that
a
sense,
lot of
exactly.
the time it's probably something in your head that some trauma or something,
Yeah.
or it's completely explainable by
But I
normal
su-
means.
I suppose there's a sort of before we get into it as well, like what are your opinions on like UFOs then as well?
I don't know,
Because they
mate,
are
because
weird, and
well, that's the thing.
more.
But
What's
the
the,
thing-
word? Grey. It's not a black
The
and white
thing-
issue though.
Yeah,
'cause-
that's
yeah.
a grey area because the thing about like UFOs and shit is that there's so many sightings and stuff, but there's like photographed evidence and like video evidence. But on the flip side of that, it's really easy to fake, and also UFOs like flying. I don't know, objects or material. We can make that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
an
exactly,
alien. If there was proof of an actual alien life form that was like all like proper like movie alien,
Yeah.
you'd be like, okay, what the fuck is that? That's obviously life. Whereas
Yeah.
with a UFO, it's like you could have just built. Do you know what I mean? Someone can
And-
just build
and
a
I
UFO
also-
and fly it over.
Yeah, I also think that with a lot of the videos of like real UFO sightings, and it's like a weird light or orb or something.
Yeah.
When you're filming anything through a piece of technology, there's all manner of different anomalies that could occur that could
Yeah.
make something look like something it isn't. And B, if aliens had developed their own spaceships and had come down to the Earth, we'd fucking know about it. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
why-
Just be, I just
Yeah,
don't
they
feel like
wouldn't
it would
just be
be like
teasing us.
fucking. Yeah, it wouldn't just be like
Yeah.
Terry in the hills with his
That's
like,
what I
Nokia fucking
always-
brick phone.
Yeah, I always
that
think
just
that
happened
about,
to see
like,
it. Yeah.
With
Because they'll be like, well, they've developed technology to be able to get down and out really quickly. It's like, well, if they
Yeah.
have, why have they developed technology that isn't good
Yeah.
enough to let us not
It's
see
like,
it full stop?
oh, I've been abducted and they've taken me up into a beam of light. They've literally sucked a human body up from the floor into a UFO and they're going to take over. It's like, they'd fucking do that then. If they have
Yeah.
got the what's the right word? The technology to come
Yeah.
down to another planet, suck us all up, and like, or if they wanted to wipe us all out,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
just fucking do that.
So,
do you know what I mean?
somewhere along
Yeah.
the line, more people might have seen it and got objective evidence. And I
100%.
suppose the conspiracy theorists would be like, well, maybe those people did and they're being silenced.
And
All
they're
right,
being
you're fine.
programmed.
You're well within your rights to believe that. I'm well within my rights to believe you're a bloody mental.
Give me
mate.
some proof. Otherwise, Darren, you can go back to your fucking
Exactly.
basement apartment and carry on watching, I don't know, The X-Files until you cry. That's right.
But even though that is very similar to paranormal stuff and ghost stuff, I feel like I also have to say that I feel like the seeds for this are more
Yeah.
there for me than any
Yeah.
ghost stuff. And like
That-
I'd be
yeah.
more inclined to believe things to do with aliens than I would
Yeah,
physical
things that
manifestations
aren't-
of human souls after they die.
Well, I guess because ghosts are widely understood to not physically be there. They're just, whereas they're the spirits or
hanging
whatever. Whereas
Yeah.
aliens, even though, I ain't ever seen an alien, just gonna be honest with you, even though they're not like
You're looking at
a
one right
thing.
now, mate.
Whoa! Yeah, you're an alien to me, mate. Ever since you told me that you were, I don't know, I was trying to think of something that you said that I
Put
disagree
tomatoes
with.
on a mac and
Yes, that's
cheese.
what I said. Let me just go back. You're an alien to me, mate, ever since you said that you like tomatoes on top of mac and cheese.
Much better take, mate.
Yeah, and I tell you what, mate, you can keep bloody tomatoes on your mac and cheese because I'm not standing for it. Let's
that
get
hurt
into
you,
some
didn't it?
stories because
Let's do
we
it.
don't
Let's see
wanna-
if we
let's
can
not waste any
convince.
time.
Let's see if we can convince ourselves otherwise on the topic of aliens with
Let's
some
do it.
utterly earth-shattering alien abduction stories.
Let's go. I'm going to go first, all right?
Go on, hit us with one.
And this one's called the Allagash Alien Abductions. All right.
Sounds fake.
I just want to say up front, I've pulled this from a list of the most famous, all right, abduction stories.
Okay.
So these are the ones that had the most traction, that whatever. But let's jump right into that Allagash alien abduction, shall we? In 1976, right, 4 friends in their early 20s went camping in rural Maine. On the second night of camping, they noticed a very bright light, but nothing else. On the third night, they decided to try night fishing, all right? And actually, I'm just going to say, a lot of these, well, the 2 stories I found and a lot of the other stories I found all seem to kind of revolve around fishing to some degree. It's really weird. Anyway, on the third night, they decided to try fishing. In the canoe, they noticed the bright light again, all right? One of the men used a flashlight to flash in an SOS pattern at the light. It doesn't say. I assume the light's in the sky. It doesn't say, but I don't know where else it would be. All right. Then the light expanded and enveloped all 4 men. All right. That's the last thing they remember. They woke up back at their campsite with no recollection of what ended up happening with the light or how they got off the water. The fire they'd stoked up before they left just minutes ago, intended it to still be burning when they returned, was completely burned down to embers. So they'd obviously been gone a while, all right? So that's just the main thing of it, all right? There's a little bit of a continuation bit, and it's just about like the aftermath, all right? So Jack, this is pretty funny. Jack Wiener, a sort of a laugh. His name is Jack Wiener, was the first to start basically having nightmares, okay? And in these dreams, he saw beings with long necks and large heads. He saw the beings examining his arm while Jim, Chuck, and Charlie, the other 3 guys, sat on a nearby bench, not able to intervene. The beings had large metallic glowing eyes with no lids, and their hands were insect-like with 4 fingers. Okay. The other 3 men were experiencing the same dreams. This is the weird thing, all right? With short mental clips of that night on the lake. And in 1988, out of curiosity, Jim Wiener, fabled Jim Wiener, attended a UFO conference hosted by Raymond Fowler. Wiener met Fowler afterwards. I don't know who Fowler is. It doesn't say. I assume Fowler is like a famous UFO, whatever.
Let's go with it.
And he retold his strange encounter. The investigator was excited about Jim's story, especially the fact that it was a multiple witness occurrence, because usually it's 1 or 2 people, blah, blah, blah. 4 people experiencing the same thing. And he was suggested that they undergo regressive hypnosis, all right? And after the sessions, it was revealed that all 4 of the men had memories of being abducted and subjected to humiliating physical examinations, including the taking of skin and fluid samples.
Right.
Also, the description of the aliens was consistent in each of the 4 men. And they all, it just says, the 4 men, all being artists, apparently, were able to make detailed sketches of the entities, the craft, and the examining instruments, all right? So they had all of this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And after the psychiatric examinations, all 4 of the men were basically given a psychological examination, and they were all deemed to be 100% mentally stable, and they all had lie detector tests about all of it, and they passed all of them. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, right. A lot of things to unpack there.
Go on.
No, I don't believe it. Yeah. There are so many parts. I mean, look, right on surface level. Okay, yeah, all eerie, all creepy. But if you just, I feel like every part of that could have another explanation, right? Let's go from the back. Let's go backwards, right?
Yeah.
A lie detector test proves absolutely nothing here.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than the fact that they believe themselves. That's all it proves. I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
You can
take that out.
Yeah, if I just suddenly was like, no, I'm pretty sure I've been abducted, and I believed it, and I went into the lie detector test, it might pass.
You'd be telling the truth because you believe it to be the truth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many reasons why a lie detector test is not a legitimate way.
But Stu, mate, they pass a lie detector test. Best we better believe them, mate. They've all been abducted.
They're all do lie detector tests on the aliens, huh? Let's get there.
Yeah, they never ask the other side, do they? Ridiculous.
They're like, did you abduct these men? And they're like, oh, shaking. And they're like, it's a lie. He's
true. Blinking. He's blinking. He's done it. Lock him up, boys.
Absolutely. But then also, right, okay, so they all were able to give the same recollection. Let's go from the dream bit onwards. Everything you said post, and then here's some further information that they had a dream. I was like, okay, you've had a dream. Congratulations. Yeah. It makes complete sense that after you'd had some kind of weird experience, it might be somewhat traumatic for you, that afterwards, if you believed maybe, like clearly they believed that they'd been abducted, they're probably going to start having some dreams about it.
Yeah,
it doesn't,
exactly.
again, doesn't prove that it happened.
And further from that, one of them, surely it's, right, so whatever happened to them, they obviously weren't abducted by aliens, but something happened. Maybe they got absolutely wrecked. Maybe they, I don't know, got beaten up by something traumatic. Afterwards, you'd obviously talk about it, and it just sounds like maybe someone mentioned something and they were like, yeah, that must be it, and then they all just started believing it. It's like that mass hysteria thing of, And
I feel like one of them would have told the others about their dream, and then who knows why that might have influenced their dreams. I would like to see how similar all of their supposed drawings or stories are and when they were given, because I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't actually that similar.
I think the main thing for me is that it's at every point of the story, there's no evidence apart from this is what I say. Like, this is what I've said. This is what I've drawn. This is what we're talking. So it's like you used to be faking it. You probably were just faking it.
There's so many reasons why you would have dreams about some weird shit. Like, in fact, I find it infinitely less believable, the fact that you had these revelations in your dreams.
Like,
of course.
I think every single person, you really can't, I don't know. I understand the whole thing about, like, sometimes you dream about trauma and you don't really, you suppress it so you don't know it's happened, but your subconscious is. But also the majority of dreams are your brain exercising like it's whatever, just like loads of shit, blah blah blah. So they don't make sense. They are,
and also weird. If like you get into weird territory when you start conflating dreams with memories, and I'm pretty sure there've been studies that say like yes, you just said, yes, your dreams can have elements of memories and faces you've seen, but your dreams aren't just, we don't dream just memories. We don't just, like, at no point in my life have I ever just dreamt a memory as it happened. I might have dreamt about things that have occurred in my life. Like I dream regularly. I have a recurring dream about going to Glastonbury and losing all my mates, right? I've been to Glastonbury, but in no way is that dream about Glastonbury a memory. It just happens to. And so, also, like, why would this be the only dream that these people have had that happens to be about a memory they just can't remember? It doesn't
but
make
also,
sense.
you usually when it's something like traumatic or something, isn't it that people dream it, but there's like it's not. You're not recounting the whole thing. It's like something about that is like fantastical or like absurd. So that's probably what the alien thing is. Like you dreamed, like you're dreaming of aliens because you probably just got like, I don't know, something traumatic happened, and I don't know, they probably got beaten up.
Your mind knew that you and your friends got lost for a bit, and so in your dream, the reason you got lost was aliens, and then you decided, definitely.
I don't buy it. I'm glad you don't buy it either, because I would be having a word with you off camera. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. Let's not do ratings. So just don't buy it. Don't buy that one. Not sufficiently turned.
No, not at all. No. But do you know what might turn me, Stuart?
What?
Knowing what you had for breakfast this morning. That's right. I want to know, what did you have for breakfast? Oh, what did you have for breakfast? I know what I had. Right. Well, it's everyone's favourite time of the podcast.
I guess
what did you have for breakfast, Stu?
I had one peach for breakfast today.
One peach?
One peach. Got to be honest, I keep forgetting to have breakfast on weekdays.
Sounds like it, mate. Had you just watched Call Me By Your Name?
No, but it did cross my mind.
Did you want to
wanted
fuck?
I wanted
you wanted to-
I wanted to fuck the peach.
Oh my God, Stuart.
What did you have for breakfast, mate?
Mini Weetabix.
Nice. Sugar on top?
No, it was the chocolate ones.
They're good.
Sugar in.
And just like that, we are back from a lovely
Back in the
edition of
room.
what we have for breakfast. Earth-changing stuff.
Crazy,
Life-altering, shattering. But you know what
Yeah.
else was potentially life-altering?
I don't know, Stuart. Please inform me.
Some alien abductions, mate. They'll probably
Nice.
alter something. So in that respect, just gonna have a quick sip of water because my mouth's getting a bit dry.
Sippy, sippy, sippy on that
Oh,
tippy.
that was good. Oh yeah, man. Don't ever say that when I drink my drink ever again.
Very sorry.
In that
Apologies.
respect, I'm going to get cracking on my first alien abduction story.
Let's have it.
It makes it sound like it's mine. It's not mine. I found it on Reddit.
Yeah. What happened to you?
They they put something in my bum, mate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Enough of the laughter, Nick.
Okay, sorry.
Because this is about to get very real.
All right.
Okay. To keep this short, we just started high school and doing newspaper deliveries on our bicycles 6 days a week and taking turns during the week. We usually got up. I don't know, a group of friends. I think I don't know. It just throws you into it, mate. Sorry.
Okay.
We usually got up at about 4 a.m. to get the job done and would be back ready for school. On Saturdays, we'd also take turns, and the guy who was off had to go over to the other ones after they finished delivering, so that the day shenanigans could start. Basically doing boys stuff. I was off one Saturday and woke up around 5 a.m. Ate, got dressed, jumped on my bike and headed over to my friend's house. When I got there, it was silent, and usually they would be outside, him and his brother, or with another friend of ours. I got off my bike, walked into the yard and found the front door ajar, and it was dead silent in the house. Naturally, the parents were still asleep. This was just as dawn started to break, about 6 a.m. in winter. As I walked into the living room, now take note, there were no cell phones to say, hey, I'm coming over at this time. I found my friend and another friend huddled up on the sofa, each with a weapon in their hands. The one had an old sword his dad kept around the house, and the other had a golf club. Sitting there, wide-eyed, just staring at me as I came into view. So I don't recall what was said, but what I do recall, what they said and showed me. But then, it's Reddit, mate. It's never worded well.
Okay.
So I don't recall what was said then, but what I do recall, what they said and showed me. They told me they came back from the deliveries at about 5:30 a.m., proceeded to take their bikes into the garage. So the garage was split at the end by diamond mesh fence wire from the bottom to the ceiling and at the end of the garage. It means the car's nose would be close to it when parked. Behind the fencing, the bicycles and tool, etc. got stored as there was a separate door for access. The garage was also a separate building from the house. Okay, now you've got the picture of the garage. As they entered and pushed the bikes in, the light was off in the garage. Behind the car, a being started wailing or screaming. They described it as tall, almost ceiling height, with long arms, a big head, thin and very long fingers.
Okay.
Typical tall grey. In the few seconds that they stood frozen there, the being started hacking at the garage door, which was still closed with its fingers. So they bolted out there, ran into the house, grabbed the makeshift weapons, and just sat in utter fear on the sofa. I myself did not arrive there long after this all took place. The time frames I'm giving is also just estimates. Another point is that their bull terrier and fox terrier were nowhere to be seen as they entered the yard. So we sat there contemplating all this and waited for the sun to fully rise. At about 8 a.m, we head over to the garage and found nothing apart from long thin slashes all over the inside of the garage door. It separated the paint slightly with clear thin grooves cut into the metal. Okay, so we decided not to talk a lot about it, but it was a fun story to tell a bit at school. No one believed them naturally, and I mostly let them do the talking. So about 2 years later, the friend moved house from that one where all this happened. We are at one of his house parties, so he is there as well as the other guy. So I randomly recall that morning and asked the first guy, and he looks at me in a way like, what the fuck did you just say to me? So I'm taken aback because we're really good friends, the other one not so much. So I go ask him, he looks at me in the way of, what a weird question, dude, are you crazy or what? This has baffled me, and by their reactions I felt alienated, lol, but I did and never bothered to ask again. This is not my first time I've noticed this memory right thing going on. Any thoughts welcome? Might take long to respond.
So, Okay. Firstly, it's a bit spooky. It's a bit of a spooky boy. It sounds like there was just an animal, right? Surely there's just an animal which is scratching at the garage door and like got on its back legs or something and just looked tall as fuck, like a fucking, I don't know, wolf or some shit. Scratched it, and then they all saw it as kids and were like, "Oh my fuck, it's an alien!" And then literally got like haunted by it and just repressed that memory.
Yeah, I think you might be absolutely spot on, mate. That's exactly my thoughts. I was like, none of this sounds like an alien. All of it sounds like an animal in your garage.
The only thing the only reason it sounds like an alien is because they've said it was an alien. But if you look at any of the quote evidence, it's just that there were scratches on their garage door. Right?
Yeah, and that they thought they saw a tall thing, but they were it's clearly late,
just an animal.
Early morning, dark, and they didn't see anything. And also, as if the fact that the whole memory wipe thing is any proof of anything. No, if anything, that's surely proof that this wasn't an alien because they've just forgotten about it.
They've just forgotten because it wasn't that big of a deal.
There are so many things in my childhood that I can't remember, and someone might pop up and be like, "Do you remember when that happened?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that was weird." And at the time, I remember being like, "Oh yeah, that was like the top of my whatever I was thinking of at the time." And now I haven't thought about it since.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean I've memory wiped it.
And the main thing here for me is what you were saying before about, you know, if aliens could, why should they? And in this instance, if aliens could come down, in the garage? Why was one alien just crouched behind a car like heebity-jeebity and then scratched that fucking garage door and then fucked off? Why?
Exactly.
What did he want? Why?
And again, similar to ghost stories, the detail. It's like, and it was a tall being with long fingers and a grey thing. It's like, cool, you've just described what aliens look like in movies. Yeah. Congratulations on not being
It sounds like kids' imagination. The kids obviously saw like some sort of animal scratching at the garage. Were shocked by it because, you know, you probably would be. And then were like, fucking, it was fucking aliens. Or one of them was like, it was an alien. They just pegged it. Like,
exactly.
That's not, no.
The fact that they were scared just proves that they saw something. And then the fact that they didn't remember it 2 years later just proves that they forgot it. That is literally all this story proves. Nothing about aliens is done.
I think I agree.
Great, Nick. Have you got another one for me?
Yeah, I've got one more for you.
Okay, I really sincerely hope that this kind of makes me think like, maybe it was an alien abduction, because I need a bit of that, you know, a bit of excitement.
So, this one's called the Pascagoula alien abduction, right?
The what, sorry?
Pascagoula.
Classic Pascagoula.
Think it's a place in America? No idea. Right. In 1973, right, two co-workers were fishing. This is what I said about fishing's a big part of this.
Yeah.
Two co-workers were fishing off a pier on the Pascagoula River when they heard a buzzing sound, right, and saw flashing blue lights. Okay. A UFO appeared and three humanoid creatures dragged them on board, right? And inside of the craft, they were examined for about 20 minutes before being levitated back to the pier. Afterwards, they went to the police station to report what happened. While the detectives left the room, the two of them were alone and they spoke about it. But the conversation was unknowingly recorded, right? They didn't know they were being recorded. It was recorded by the police. I can't find the recording, but there is a transcript of the recording, right?
Okay.
So this is two guys, Charlie and Calvin, okay? So Charlie says, "I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. You can't make people believe." Calvin, "I don't want to keep sitting here. I want to see a doctor." Charlie, "They better wake up and start believing. They better start believing." Calvin, "You see how that damn door come right up?" Charlie, "I don't know how it opened, son. I don't know." Calvin, "It just laid up and just like that, those son bitches, just like that, they come out." Charlie, "I know, you can't believe it. You can't make people believe it." Calvin, "I paralyzed right then. I couldn't move." Charlie, "They won't believe it. They gonna believe it one of these days. Might be too late. I knew all along they was people from other worlds up there. I knew all along. I never thought it would happen to me." What do you think, mate?
Doesn't really fill me with with hope for alien existence. If I'm honest.
No, I will agree.
I mean, first it's just like, okay, so there was a transcript for the call or the audio thing, right? That doesn't like if you can't find the source. Then
no.
I
think
have
it's
no
just
reason
that
to believe that no one could have just written a translation.
No. I think it means the audio is never released because obviously it's police audio.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what I'm saying.
But
so
they've released the transcript.
Okay.
So it's an official source, the transcript. But but I do agree.
Okay, so let's assume that the transcript hasn't been altered or faked. Well, does it prove, again, it just proves that they think they were abducted by aliens.
I mean, that's the thing. It doesn't prove any specific evidence. It's just that they thought it happened.
Exactly. So it all just comes down to whether or not you trust what these people are saying. And it sounds bad, but I mean, it just sounds like their heads just went to the alien thing, and it's like, look, maybe. And when you first started telling that story, it sounded like they just got arrested.
Yeah, definitely.
Blue flashing lights and a UFO, and they were dragged.
Maybe they were just maybe they were just so drunk they didn't realise that's what being arrested is.
Yeah, exactly. Although
came up.
I would say that I don't usually think arresting involves what lying them down on the table.
Wait, what?
And inserting things into them.
That's what happened. That's what happened to me when I got it.
Jesus, mate.
I will add.
You better write this down on Reddit, mate.
Oh my god! Just posting now. There's a couple of extra details that I didn't mention just because I just clicked on. There's a link to
like the most groundbreaking extra details.
Yeah, it just
the extra
proves
detail
the
is
whole
that there's
thing.
actual video evidence of it happening.
Oh yeah. By the way, watch this. No, it's so basically the large flashing blue lights were on an oval-shaped object, 30 to 40 foot across and 8 to 10 foot high. Apparently. They claimed that they were conscious but paralyzed, while three creatures with, quote, robotic slit mouths and crab-like pincers took them aboard and examined them.
I mean,
what's a robotic slit mouth? What is that? Do you say they're a robot?
Honestly, that sounds like a very derogatory term for female genitalia. For someone that really hates women.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they definitely sound like it could be that
Genuinely,
sort of thing.
what? So a robotic slit mouth and crab-like claws.
Crab-like pincers, yeah.
You could... immediately, I cannot take it seriously.
No.
And obviously, like, I'll eat my words if it turns out fucking aliens with crab-like pincers and robotic slit mouths suddenly come down to Earth and enslave the human race.
Yeah,
but right now,
sure as heck
I'm
I'm
not
not
believing
that.
Like, you sound like you just watched an episode of Futurama, mate.
Yeah, here's another thing on it. Apparently, afterwards, they did a lie detector test on him. It seems to be all the rage in these cases, and it came back positive, like as in he didn't lie. But then it was found that the person that administered the test was, quote, an inexperienced operator. Cool. What's the point?
So
of
basically,
even
it might
that?
not have even been on. I bet it wasn't even on.
No, I bet it wasn't. I bet it was just a plain white piece of paper. He didn't lie. Yeah. It ain't making me believe.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, we saw a big light and it was a UFO, and it's like, there's so many reasons why you probably saw a big light. I mean, the fact that there's a huge light is obviously going to distract you from whatever that object is. Could have been anything behind that light, and you'd have been I don't know what it is.
It could be anything. It could be a floodlight, like someone someone playing a prank. It could be a shooting star. That I've seen so many videos online that literally looks like a UFO.
Also, like, I would be much more likely to just believe that someone attacked these people and didn't want to be seen, so they shone a light on them, and then a group of them dragged them and then tried to do shit to them.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
fucking know. Like, why is that less believable?
Why is the aliens? Yeah, why is alien abduction the lower believability than maybe anything else at this point?
And they were
literally anything else.
And they say like, and then we were levitated back down to Earth. You don't know if you were levitated. You just know that you were coming down. I assume, right? Like if I was dropped somewhere, I would be like, and I levitated down to Earth. But I just went down.
You can't levitate down. That's just fooling.
Unless he's saying he saw someone else levitate. How do you know you were levitating
can't
down?
levitate down. You can just, I guess he's saying that he floated down. He floated down and didn't just crush into the floor like you would if you fell from a height.
That would suggest levitation.
That wouldn't be levitation. But
no, honestly, I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer after that one, mate.
I want to ask, are you a believer in breaking news?
My friend, it'd be wrong if I wasn't.
Okay, well, maybe we should dabble in some breaking news then?
Should we break some? Let's break some news. It's breaking news.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news.
This just in. Grapes are actually very small melons. The shocking revelation comes after leading nutritionist and scientist Sandra Mellons reportedly, quote, just decided it. Skeptics have pointed to Sandra's existing affiliation with melons, what with her last name being Mellons, as proof that this is actually a calculated attack on the grape community. A spokesperson for the National Grape Society has said, "Where is the science, Sandra? What exactly is it about grapes that you hate, huh?" More on this story as it develops.
Celebrity chef Guy Fieri has today announced that he is in fact a cartoon character created by Warner Brothers in the early 1930s as part of their Looney Tunes lineup. He says he thinks he ended up, quote, breaking off from the group, close quote, after he developed real-life emotions and a brain after ingesting, quote, one too many tabs of the old California sunshine, if you get my gist, close quote.
This week, Mike Pence has sparked outrage after doing whatever it is he usually does. Sources have said that Pence has, quote, done nothing new here. He's just still a cunt. More on this story as it develops.
This just in. I am not a fan of splitting the Oreo to eat the cream and cookies separately. I am not a fan.
In a truly shattering update to our earlier ongoing coverage of the Grapegate saga, it has been revealed that melons are actually just round bananas. Nutritionist Cindy Banana has stated the news, which was expectedly met by a wave of criticism from the banana community. "Do not drag us into this bullshit," lead activists were cited as commenting. We've reached out to the grape community for comment, as well as Sandra Mellons, who has frankly gone suspiciously quiet.
Actor Nicolas Cage has revealed that he eats 4 dinners a day, 1 for every finger he has. It is not sure whether Nick Cage cannot count, or if he has indeed only got 4 fingers. He has declined further comment, stating, quote, "Oh, maybe I got 4 fingers, man!"
And that's breaking news.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news.
Truly shocking stuff this week.
Devastating, really life-changing, yeah.
Never gets easier.
Never
but
gets
I tell you
easier.
what also doesn't get easier. Well, yeah, just take a sip of your water.
Just
mate,
taking
that's
a
fine.
sip, sorry.
Yeah. That's all right, it's fine. Just waiting for all our listeners. It's fine.
No, I'm just, parched. Just a bit
I'll try it again,
parched.
Nick. I'll tell you what else is... I can't even remember what I said.
What else
Truly
doesn't get easier? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it is, yeah. That is fucking
Okay,
hell. What's
you try it
happening?
again. You
Live
can
on
do it
air
again.
straight.
Do it again.
Okay, I'll tell you what else truly doesn't get easier.
What else doesn't get easier, Stuart?
Believing alien abduction
Believing
stories.
anything that we've spoken about
Exactly.
this episode.
But maybe, Nick, just maybe, maybe this last one will be the one. Will be the one.
Maybe it will be
To
the
change your mind.
Okay, well, I hope it's
Maybe
the
this is
one.
Maybe this is unequivocal, unquestionable evidence of alien abduction on this here planet Earth.
Look, Cuzzy, I hope it is.
Well,
I'm ready to
I'll
have
tell
my
you
mind
what,
blown.
I'd be more likely to believe it if it wasn't titled Possible Abduction.
Okay, so even they don't believe it. Great.
Even they don't
Great
believe it.
stuff.
But
Fantastic.
let's assume that they do believe it.
Okay,
Here we go.
all right.
I'd like to preface this by saying I don't know for sure if this was an alien abduction, but something strange definitely did happen to me. It's a bit of a long story. There's context, which is important.
Wow.
All of these have been long. This is actually shorter than some of the other ones.
Okay, nice.
So when I was in high school, about 16, I would say. I'm 26 now, so this was 10 years ago. We had a huge snowstorm come through. Me and a couple of my friends decided to get together at our friend's house and get snowed in together. This was the biggest snowstorm I'd ever seen. I'm talking like 3 feet of snow on the ground by the time it was over.
Big
Anyway,
snowstorm.
we're there, hanging out, drinking, being bad teenagers.
Oh.
Why do all of these sound like they're written by old people? Just
100%.
Anyway.
87.
Absolutely. When we decide, so yeah, anyway, we're there hanging out, drinking, being bad teenagers, when we decide to roam the neighbourhood and gallivant the storm. This was a neighbourhood that was located in the middle of a nature reserve, so very rural and surrounded by woods in every direction. We get to the main road and decide that we're going to pelt the next car we see with snowballs.
Okay.
Which we did. Problem was, the car we pelted turned out to be a park ranger, and we were a bunch of underage kids that were drunk. So we ran into the woods. I'm not an exceptional athlete or anything, but I'm fast, so I ran ahead of everyone. I ran down and up a large hill and turned around to see how my friends were doing. The park ranger had used his spotlight to light up the woods, so I got a pretty good view. One of my friends, the one whose house it was the first to catch up to me. We decided we would continue back to his house and hope that everyone else could get away. Now things get weird. Keep in mind it's freezing cold outside. Me and my buddy are ahead of everyone, and this is a friend who knows these woods better than anyone. We were well ahead of the rest of the crew, and plenty far from the park ranger. We were approaching the edge of the woods when suddenly a great flash of light lit up everything around me in an instant. It lasted about as long as a camera flash. We both confirmed that we had seen it, but stranger still, we were both suddenly very warm, even though we had been freezing just moments ago. Suddenly, both our cell phones started ringing and receiving a bunch of texts at once. I answered the call, and it was somebody from our crew. They asked me where I was, and I told them that I was a little ahead of them, but will be back at the house soon. He replied, a little confused, saying they were all back at the house already and had been trying to get hold of us for the past 20 minutes, but both our phones were going straight to voicemail. At this point, I know something is up. There is no way they could have made it to the house before we did. And stranger still, in the months leading up to this event, I'd been in and out of hospital because my lung had collapsed 3 separate times. While the surgeries were successful, I'd never felt like I was working at 100%. After the flash though, my breathing was completely back to normal, and I've never had an issue since. It's like it never happened. As I said, I don't know if this was alien abduction, but that's the only thing I can think of that even remotely makes sense.
What?
I don't remember seeing any aliens or being brought aboard the ship. In fact, it really felt like nothing had happened besides a bright flash. One detail that really makes me believe that this is an alien abduction was just how clouded the skies were at the time. Theoretically, that would be an ideal time to navigate Earth's skies without being seen and scoop up some subjects.
Sorry, fuck off.
The too long didn't read of this is just, I saw a blinding flash of light in which I lost 20 minutes in the blink of an eye and was miraculously cured of my breathing deficiencies in an instant.
Right. Bullshit.
Wow.
I've got so many things. Number
Go
one,
on,
he
rip it,
literally
my brother.
he literally said there was nothing that really made me think it was an alien abduction apart from the clouds. Yeah. So firstly, okay, so you weren't abducted then, it was just cloudy. Secondly, I love how he conveniently waits like 3/4 of the way to then announce that he was in and out of hospital 3 times because of a collapse. Like, he's probably just, his body's obviously fucked, right? His body, and even if it's not to do with the lungs, your body has gone through trauma if you've had 3 collapsed lungs in the past however long, all right?
Yeah.
So, and then it's been fine since. Okay, so your body probably just healed.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And
what?
maybe you passed out and your friend saw a flash of light that was a ranger's torch as well. I don't know.
But what's the actual thing he's claiming here? That his friends made it home.
So what he's claiming,
he doesn't. So 20 minutes of his time went.
Yeah, so he's claiming that they were in front of their friends, 2 of them, and 2 of them saw a flash of light, which basically their whole vision went white for a second, and then when they came back, they thought it was normal, but they just felt warm, and so they were like, "Oh, sweet! Oh, we got a missed call from our friends," and their friends said, "Where are you? We're already back home."
Maybe,
so they think that in that they think it flashed.
Oh my god!
And they were abducted, didn't remember anything, were put back, and then they came back.
So all he has is that
they just missed 20 minutes.
They blacked out basically.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly. That is probably it. They blacked out. They both blacked out. Like, look, it might be a bit weird that both of them blacked out, but
also like maybe it
both
was
blacked out.
Maybe they, because he said he came back and it was warm. Maybe they both, like, I don't know, blacked out for whatever reason, and then in the time that they blacked out, the sun came out and they were just warm.
Well, no, it's at night, but I think but also maybe they blacked out, or maybe they were stunned by something.
Maybe they ran into a tree or some shit.
And then because they passed out, I don't know, maybe their blood flow got more and they felt warm. Like there's all many reasons why you might feel warm after waking up.
I'm just straight up calling bullshit. There's not enough actual alien shit. He doesn't have any specifics about.
Yeah, and even like the way he's like, I actually don't think there is a lot to do with aliens here. Great, you clearly put that in to try and convince people that you're being serious. But it's like, no, you've just convinced me that there isn't anything to do with it.
All it boils down to is that I can't account for a bit of time. And also, years ago.
You'll remember this. I have had instances in the past where we are so sure time works one way, but it doesn't. For instance, when we were at Thorpe Park, and some of us went to a ride.
Sorry, I knew you were going to bring that up.
So look, it's a very heated topic within our friendship circle, so I don't want it to take much longer than it needs to, frankly, Nick.
No.
But a few of us went to Colossus in Thorpe Park. This is getting so specific. And
we were abducted by aliens.
And we were queuing, and the rest of us went to go on some other rides. And when we got off Colossus, the rest of us were like, "Oh, we went on like 5 rides around the whole theme park." And we were like, "We couldn't have been queuing for that long. We're dead sure that you can't have got around the whole park in that time." Clearly, you did, right?
Yeah,
clearly you did.
Look, I'm here to dispute that story, as I have done for the past, 10 years?
It is.
You were in the queue for Colossus at Thorpe Park, right? And the queue was long, all right? That's why we were like, look, this is the last, hour of the day.
But
we want to get some more rides.
It wasn't long enough to go around the whole
It was long
park.
enough for us to decide to be like, we're going to go on some other rides, right?
Yeah.
And the other rides we went on literally had like 5-minute queues.
I know.
We pegged it across the park. I'm talking, we ran faster than you've ever seen kids run.
Now look, I don't want to bring up Thorpe Park Gate anymore than we need to, but this is my point.
Tearing
Is that,
apart.
it's entirely possible for you to have actually just completely misjudged how long it would take your friends to get back to your house in this story.
Yeah, basically that.
Like even though you're like, there's no way they could have got back home before me.
Maybe they did.
They did.
They probably did. Do you know what? It actually sounds like that's the logical. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they took a different route. Maybe you passed out for whatever reason. Maybe many things happened. I doubt you got kidnapped by an alien.
You probably didn't get taken by another.
And I'm sorry, but the other thing that's forgetting is like, okay, so why didn't your friends that were supposedly behind you not see anything to do with you getting fucking abducted? Why did the park ranger not see anything to do with you getting abducted?
Why is it only you who believes that you got abducted, and even then you don't believe that you got abducted? You think that could be.
You even admit in a story that you don't think it was an alien abduction, so it probably wasn't, mate.
So stupid.
So stupid. So that's the last of our stories, which means I think we can confidently conclude that neither of us believe in aliens.
It has not changed anything. I want to see evidence. I want to see actual shit.
Exactly.
Whoa! Stuart, no! Stuart! Well, Stu was just abducted, guys, so I guess that's all the evidence I need. I'm a believer. I'm a firm believer. Also, the world is flat. I'm a flat earther now. Also, chemtrails. Also 5G. Stuart, what happened?
Well, I don't know, mate. 1 minute I was here, the next minute I was levitating down to the seat.
Oh, Stu, can you tell me exactly what you saw?
They looked like us, Nick.
What?
But they had crab pincers.
Oh my!
And they made me fuck a peach.
Whoa. So wait, you fucked a peach and they had crab pincers?
I fucked a peach, but I want to be absolutely clear here. I was abducted by aliens, and they made me do it.
Oh my God, Stu, this sounds mysteriously like the Pascagoula abduction of 1974.
Nick, maybe you should check your location.
Wait, what?
We're in Pascagoula, baby.
Oh my God, we're not in London. We're not in London anymore.
Wow, we never were.
We look, cut the bullshit. I'm a non-believer.
Yeah, let's get straight by. I don't believe in aliens. But you know what I do believe in?
What do you believe in, Stuart?
One of the great pillars of our society.
Yes. Society. Oh, okay.
Yep.
We're dreaming big here.
Celebrities.
Celebrities?
I believe in celebrities. They're real, Nick. They're very real, Nick.
Well, you should believe in celebrities because
And as
they're
long
very
as they're out,
provably real.
long as they're out there, Nick, I will not remain silent.
Look, no one's disputing that.
No,
one's disputing
I
that.
heard you.
Stuart.
Don't fucking turn around now. Stick
Stuart,
by your guns, mate.
nobody-
I heard what you said. You said celebrities aren't real. They are, mate.
Stu, nobody's disputing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, calm down.
Okay. But
Calm down.
it's time for celebrity calling.
Okay.
It's time for the celebrity calling. Celebrity calling.
That is right. It is time for everyone's favourite segment. It's celebrity calling. Now,
I was gonna just.
Sorry, mate, I just totally cut you off before you spoke.
I was gonna literally say it's celebrity calling.
it is. It's true.
yeah.
It is true. Worth reiterating in case anyone forgot.
Yeah.
But last week I got well, it was a controversial guest, wasn't it?
It was
to
pretty
say the least.
controversial, yeah.
Michael the cunt Gove
Yeah,
on the show.
Michael the Snake Gove. Yeah.
It was crazy. It was wild. We do tend to get crazy ones, but this week it's Nick's turn to get a celebrity on the show to chat with us today.
Yes, it is.
And obviously, as usual, I don't know who that celebrity is. I will find out along with you listeners as we take the call.
Yeah.
So Nick, you feeling good about today?
Look, I think this one's really gonna blow you all away. And I think it's long overdue.
Okay.
And look, I'm excited about it, and I'm sure you will be too. I think we should just get them on
Yeah,
the
should we-
on
let's
the
get them
line.
on the line. Should we see if the line's open then? Okay.
Let's do it.
Right. Go on. Whoever this may be, let's have a little introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the listeners and me.
Hello, boys.
Yeah.
Oh wow, male voice.
Male voice. Okay. Look, let's not keep up the mystery any longer. We've had enough of that in this episode. Let me tell you that, mysterious caller. Who am I talking to? It's obviously an old man.
It's David Attenborough.
Oh wow! Didn't quite clock it.
Yeah.
You've got a very recognisable voice, David, and I didn't quite clock it.
Well, I thought you would have heard my distinguishable voice and husky grain as it came out of my mouth as I spoke into the phone.
No, maybe you're just having a bit of an off day, mate. Sorry, but no, sorry, David. I didn't mean to.
I never have an off day, Stuart.
Oh, I doubt it, mate. Look, I just want to say straight up, you're one of my heroes, and I think a lot of the country agree with that. What you've done for awareness on the environment and climate and stuff has been amazing, David. So, from all of us in the country, I thank you.
Well, thank you, but do you know who is one of my heroes?
Who's one of your heroes, David?
The ring-tailed lemur, as it leaps from the caverns of the trees down to the very particular leaves that base the floor that it jumps onto. Some of them will lose the family, but it's not until the winter years that the ring-tailed lemur catches up with its father and nestles into the bosom of its mother and enjoys the winter time as it nestles into its habitat.
Okay. Wow, I almost brought a tear to my eye, to be honest, David. That was beautiful. I like lemurs as well. They're cute. I used to like them as a kid. I used to call them Lamar.
Stuart. Do you know what else is cute?
What?
The silverback gorilla, as it waltzes out of its cave, owners in hand, branches in foot, trying to find its prey. As they leave the jungle and walk into the outback, there is a small fox on the side, dancing around, trying to get out of view. But the gorilla sees it and finds his opportunity to take its prey.
Okay.
Hunting,
Oh,
hunting,
there's more.
hunting.
Again, look, breathtaking knowledge, David. I'm really happy that you were able to share it. I'm not sure what this is. Are you here to teach us some more about certain animals? Is that what this is? Are you giving us a bit of a lesson on the environment, I suppose, and different creatures in the world? Is that?
I suppose you could say that, Stuart, but really the problem boils down to this.
I didn't know there was a. Okay, yeah, you've got a problem. Okay.
There is a problem.
Okay.
In 2008, whilst I was filming my BBC series Planet Earth,
Yeah, iconic.
I was in... I'm not really sure how to say this to you, Stuart, but I'll just get it out. I got into a fist
David.
fight with a rare Sumatran rhinoceros because I was drunk in the mountain forests of Malaysia.
Hang on, we're going to have to... You were drunk and fist fought a rhino.
Yes.
You fist fought a rhino?
I, David Attenborough, in the mountain forest region of Malaysia, drunkenly fist fought a rare Sumatran rhinoceros.
How does a human, and I don't mean this to sound disrespectful, David, but how does a human, A, have the strength to fight a rhinoceros, and B, at your age, have the strength to fight a rhinoceros?
Well, I was drunk.
Yeah, but
Have you ever seen...
you're also very... Look, David, this is an objective fact, so I'm not going to feel mean saying this. You're an old man.
Well, I'm not.
When did this happen again?
2008.
How old were you then, David?
I was 23.
David, I don't think you were 23 in 2008.
Oh, I think I was. You were so rude. I was 23. We'll have no more of it.
Look, honestly, the last thing I wanted to do today is agitate leading environmental activist and all-round amazing, stunning documentarian David Attenborough. But David, look, I have just Googled it, and you were born in 1926.
Yes.
But yes, was it the 8th of May 1926? Just to confirm from your phone.
That was, yes, I was born on the 8th of
So-
May. Yes.
So in 2008,
Yes.
that would make you
23.
82 years old, David.
Well, Stuart, it would seem that, without being rude, your mathematics isn't quite up to scratch, really.
No, David, I think it is you whose mathematics is not correct.
Stuart, well, either way, I remember being in a fine shape.
Okay, so let's suggest you are in fine shape.
Yes.
You got drunk,
Yes,
and that gave you the power to... Did you win the fist fight?
Well, if you'd ever seen a rare Sumatran rhinoceros,
I've
one
not.
of the most endangered species in the world, actually, with only 222 left on our planet,
That's a tragedy.
You would know.
That's truly bad.
that I could take one on. Drunkenly, yes, but I could take one on.
So you won the fight, is what we're saying.
I won the fight, and I'm not proud to admit.
Is it dead? Did it die?
No comment.
You killed a rhinoceros.
No comment.
So did you kill David Attenborough at the age of 82? Did you, or did you not, kill, with your bare fists, one of an endangered species of rhinoceros?
Kill is a strong word.
It is. But David, I think you owe it to your listeners and your fans just to be honest here. Did you kill a rhinoceros that was endangered and there's only 22 left of it in the world did you kill it with your bare hands under the influence of alcohol?
Kill is a strong word. I remember when I was younger, there was a badger outside of my apartment building. If you look at the red-tailed badger, so strong and yet feeble at the same time, it jumps off to find its family.
Does it?
The way that they mate is that they open their feathers and they let the world know that they want a mate.
But, look, David, this is all great. Good knowledge.
They open their feathers.
But I'd like to come back to the original point on the rhinoceros that you sounds like you murdered with your bare hands.
I'm sorry, Stuart, I don't know what you're talking about. What rhinoceros? What?
you just told us in 2008.
Told you what?
That you battled a rhinoceros with your bare hands,
No,
and you were
you're
drunk.
Well, you're clearly just putting words into my mouth. I am
so
just
you'd
a
never-
humble
so-
old man looking at the environment and how we can push through as a species to survive.
No, look, I think that's great, and I don't. So you did. So just to clear this up, you didn't fist fight a rhinoceros till its death.
I've never heard that story in my life, Stuart. I think you just put. Sorry, who? Who am I speaking to again?
You're speaking to Stu from All Fart No
that's
Poop.
it, yes,
All
that's
Fart No
it.
Poop.
That's it, from the BBC programme, all you can eat is food.
David, are you all right?
Okay, God bless Cindy.
David, if I could just come back to the Rhino.
Mm,
Are you?
excuse me,
That didn't
what
happen,
do
did it?
Excuse me, I'm very confused. This isn't the co-op?
No, it's not, David. It sounds like. Are you all right, David? Are you at home? Are you at home, David?
Well, I thought I was at the co-op.
You thought you're
Somebody-
on. You've been on the phone to us at the co-op. This is turning very sad, David.
Oh, that's what this is in my arm. A phone.
Yes, you're speaking to us on it. David? David?
I think he's
Christ.
gone, Stuart.
Christ, is there any way we can find out what co-op he might have been in?
I don't know. Where does he live?
Can we get back on the... Can we call...
Just
I'm
try
just
and get
so
back
worried
on the
about
line.
David.
Try and get back on the line.
Okay, we've got the number. Let's just redial it.
Hello?
David.
Hello?
David, sorry, you just left so abruptly there. Just wanted to make sure, look, before, if you do need to go, are you all right?
I'm not too sure why you can't just give me my prescription. This is
No.
what a pharmacy is supposed
No,
to be doing, right?
No, David, I'm not the pharmacist. I'm
The
Stu from All
winter
Fart No
winds
Poop.
Across the savannah, a
Yep.
tiger with its daughter,
Christ, we
a
really need to
bear
get him.
with its son.
Yep. David, stay on the line.
Stay on the line.
Stay on the line, David. Tell me some more about the maybe the lions. I've always wanted to know about the lions in the savannah in Africa.
The savannah is a great wilderness, one which we all must learn to love.
He's just talking rambles, frankly.
From the bottom of the hyena's feet,
Find out.
all the way up to the top of the giraffe.
David, sorry to interrupt, David. Are you what co-op are you in, David?
You'll never catch me.
David. Oh my God!
I think he's gone
must
again,
admit-
mate.
Yeah,
I think
sorry,
he's
Nick.
gone.
I'm just on the phone to some specialist help. Yeah, he's just gone. He's just gone.
He said, "You'll never catch me."
Yeah, his last words on the call were, "You will never catch me."
If we can find out what
Yeah.
that means.
And he also was talking about murdering a rhinoceros. Maybe look into that. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I'm just as confused as. If you could just send someone over to his residence, that'd be great. Cheers. Okay. Of course, I'll update. Yep.
Is that all good, Stu?
Okay. Bye.
All good?
Good is a word. I think we just witnessed iconic British screen legend David Attenborough have a psychotic episode on air.
I think we might have.
Help is on his way.
We're going to be rich.
The man is in need, Nick.
And that was Celebrity Calling. It's time for the Celebrity Calling. Celebrity Calling.
It's not often I'm moved.
Moved to... Look, it's not often I'm completely lost for words, but I think as you're probably aware, I was.
That just wasn't how I expected that call to go, and I
No.
hope he's doing better.
I hope he's doing better.
I hope he gets the help he needs.
Look, David, if you're for some reason listening, why will we never catch you? What were you fessing up to? Great. Now that we've got that off our chests, I think it's time to wrap up the episode because my
think it
camera's
is, mate.
telling me that it's about to turn off. So
Look, who needs cameras when
Who
you
needs
got when you
cameras?
got episodes to wrap up? Am I
you
right?
got an episode to wrap. I'm not sure the logic there, but yes.
Absolutely. But listen, look, mate, another cracking episode, if I may say so myself. Hasn't been able to convince us that aliens exist, but it's
Don't
been a
believe
fun
it, no.
ride.
It's been
nonetheless.
fun trying, but I do not believe in aliens or
so-
more specifically alien abductions.
No, but I'll tell you what I do believe in, Nick, and that
What?
is the follow and subscribe button
Yes.
on whatever podcast
You should
listening
believe in it
platform
because
you
it
use.
exists.
It
It
does
is a
exist.
tangible thing. Definitely use it if you too believe in the follow and subscribe button. Follow us on whatever podcasting website you listen to, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Yep.
or the Google.
Don't talk about that
Don't
one,
talk
mate.
about that one. YouTube, if you're watching as a video viewer, you can subscribe on there.
Absolutely.
And Stu, where can they follow us on socials?
We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of the good ones, at AFNP Pod. Follow us over there, so make sure you don't miss any updates on future episodes. You can also suggest us topics there. It's where we're always chatting, always having a silly goose time over there. So yeah, definitely follow
Do
us
that.
there. And if you have got the time, we would be muchos gracias if
Yes.
you could. Is that how we'll be? No,
Don't know.
we're not. Look, we'd be very grateful if you could leave a short review on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Just helps us out, you know. Helps out
great.
big time. Lets us know you're enjoying it or not enjoying it. Could go either way. I don't know. All I know is that it's there to be done. and
It's
you've gotta
there
do
to
it.
be done. Leave a review, even if it's shit. Leave a rating. We love that.
Absolutely. And also to close things out, make sure you donate to the Black Lives Matter cause.
Donate to whatever cause you can. Educate yourself. Watch documentaries. The 13th, that's a good one on Netflix. I watched that one the other day.
Great one.
Fantastic.
I Am Not Your Negro. An
Yeah.
amazing documentary. Watch that. It will enlighten you on the black experience in America. You need to know.
LA 92. Great documentary on the Rodney King riots that I knew pretty much nothing about, that has really opened my eyes to it.
Absolutely.
Watch that.
When They See Us, an amazing, not documentary, but a 4-part miniseries on Netflix from Ava DuVernay on the Black
Yeah,
Justice System.
my recording's just stopped, so the
That's
video
fine.
episode
We
of
don't
this
need them.
isn't going to have me now.
It's fine. We don't need them. We just need
Let's
people to
wrap
donate and
it
learn.
up.
Let's wrap it
donate
up.
and learn.
And let's change the world.
Change the world.
Like Michael Jackson said.
Like Michael Jackson said,
Before we
change the
fuck
world.
kids.
What?